If you are new to recording guitar, this video will save you months of frustration. Most beginners don't fail at recording guitar because of talent, they fail because no one explains the basics in the right order. You press record button and the sound feels thin, noisy or just wrong. You start changing plugins, presets, settings, then you think maybe I just need a new gear. But most of the time you don't. In this video, let's try to figure out how to record guitar at home in a simple beginner-friendly way without overthinking, without expensive gear and without killing your creativity. We'll focus on the next topics: what are the ways to record a guitar, what do you actually need to get started at home, and finally, how to record it properly. There are two main ways to record a guitar at home, and each one requires a slightly different setup. The first way is to plug your guitar straight into your computer using a guitar cable and an audio interface. More on that later. This method works for both electric and acoustic guitars. With electric guitars, you'll usually add software that emulates guitar amplifiers. The second way is recording using microphones placed in front of an acoustic guitar or guitar amplifier. This is one of the most common and traditional ways. There are three main types of microphones you can use for recording guitar. Ribbon. They are known for their warm, smooth sound and are often used for vintage-style tones. Dynamic microphones sound punchy and focused, and they handle loud guitar amps very well. Condenser microphones are more sensitive and capture more detailed sound, which make them great for acoustic guitars. Each of these uses different methods of sound capturing, and they'll all sound different due to their specific characteristics, but you can use any of them. There's no best option here, the choice depends on your taste and the tone you are going for. Personally, I prefer dynamic microphones for electric guitars because they give a tight, focused sound. And for acoustic guitars, I usually go with condenser microphones to get a richer, more detailed tone. One important thing to know: condenser microphones require additional power, which is called phantom power. Dynamic and ribbon microphones don't, so you don't need to worry about that. Microphone placement also matters a lot. For electric guitars, try placing the mic close to the speaker and adjust the angle to shape the tone. For acoustic guitars, aiming the mic around the 12th fret usually gives a balanced sound. Now that we have decided how we are going to record our guitar, whether using a direct connection or microphones, we need a way to connect all of this gear to our computer. That's where audio interfaces, also known as sound cards, come into play. An audio interface is a piece of hardware that acts as a bridge between your guitar or microphone and your computer. It takes the analog signal from an instrument or mic and converts it into a digital signal your computer can actually work with. Without an audio interface, your computer can't properly understand the sound, and you'll end up with low-quality recordings or no sound at all. Audio interfaces usually connect to your computer using USB or Thunderbolt. You might be wondering why we can't just use the built-in sound card in a laptop or desktop. The problem is that those built-in sound cards aren't designed for recording music. They introduce noise, latency, and usually have poor preamps. Audio interfaces, on the other hand, are specifically engineered for recording. They have high-quality preamps that amplify your microphone or instrument signal without adding unwanted noise, ensuring your recording sound clean and professional. If you're recording guitar directly, just plug your guitar cable into the instrument input on the interface. And if you're recording with microphones, use an XLR cable and connect it to the mic input. As we mentioned earlier, condenser microphones need phantom power to work. Most audio interfaces have a built-in 48-volt phantom power switch, which make them essential for recording with condenser mics. When choosing an audio interface, there are a few simple things to think about. If you're recording just one guitar, a simple interface with one instrument and one mic input will work. If you plan to record multiple instruments or microphones at the same time, look for an interface with more inputs. You should also make sure the interface is compatible with your computer and your DAW. Most modern interfaces use USB, while some higher-end models use Thunderbolt for faster performance. Once everything is connected, we are finally ready to start recording. But before we hit that record button, we need one more thing: software that actually let us record. This type of software is called a DAW, which stands for Digital Audio Workstation. A DAW is where you record, edit and mix your tracks. It's basically the main workspace for everything you do with audio. Today there are plenty of DAWs available and they all do the same job. Some popular options are Pro Tools, Cubase, Logic Pro, Ableton Live, Reaper and many others. Personally, I use Logic Pro because it completely suits my needs and my workflow, but that's just my choice. Choosing a DAW is very personal. It really comes down to what feels comfortable and intuitive for you. The truth is, the DAW itself doesn't matter as much as how you use it. Every modern DAW is capable of delivering professional results once you know your way around it. One more important tip if you're just starting out. Many audio interfaces come with free or discounted DAW software. For example, some Focusrite interfaces include licenses for Ableton Live Lite, Pro Tools, or other introductory versions of popular DAWs. So, if you don't want to spend extra money on software right away, check what comes bundled with your interface. These starter versions usually have more than enough tools to record guitar, add basic effects, and even do a simple mix. And that's all you really need at the beginning. So, we've got the necessary hardware, we have installed the software, and now we are finally ready to record our guitar. And before you hit that record button, there are a few important things you need to set up correctly. First, you need to tell your DAW which input your guitar or microphone is connected to. For example, if you plugged your guitar or mic into input 2 on your audio interface, you need to select input 2 on the track inside your DAW. If the input doesn't match, you won't hear anything. One of the great things about modern DAWs is that you can record multiple tracks at the same time. This means you can record your guitar in different ways simultaneously. For example, you can record a direct signal and a microphone signal at the same time. Just assign each input to its own track. One very important thing to watch out for during recording is clipping. Clipping happens when your input signal is too loud and goes beyond the maximum level your interface or DAW can handle. When that happens, you get distortion and it can completely ruin your good take. To avoid clipping, start by setting the input gain on your audio interface properly. A good rule of thumb is to aim for peaks somewhere around -6 to -12 decibels in your DAW. Keep an eye on the level meters while you are playing. If you see the meter turning red, that means the signal is clipping and you need to lower the gain. Next, let's talk about sample rate and bit depth. These settings define the quality of your recording. Common sample rates are 44.1 kHz, which is CD quality, and 48 kHz, which is commonly used for video. For most home recording setups, 44.1 kHz is more than enough. Bit depth refers to the dynamic range of your recording. For music production, 24-bit is the standard today because it gives you more headroom and less noise compared to 16-bit. Higher sample rates and bit depth can give you a better technical quality, but they also use more processing power. So, choose settings that balance sound quality and performance based on what your computer can handle. Now, let's talk about another word that scares a lot of men – latency. Latency is the delay between playing your guitar and hearing the sound in your headphones or monitors. High latency makes it hard to play in time, especially if you are using amp simulators or other effects while recording. There are a few simple ways to reduce latency. First, you can lower the buffer size in your DAW settings. A smaller buffer size means lower latency, but it also puts more strain on your computer's CPU. If you start hearing clicks, pops or glitches, the buffer size is probably too low. Second, if your audio interface supports direct monitoring, use it. Direct monitoring lets you hear your guitar signal in real time without any delay from the computer. And finally, if you are using amp simulation software, you can temporarily turn it off while recording and add it later during mixing. This keeps latency low while you are playing and still lets you shape the tone afterward. So, that's the basic setup for recording guitar at home. Once you understand the signal chain, set your levels correctly, and avoid things like clipping and latency, recording stops being frustrating and starts feeling natural. You don't need expensive gear or complicated setup to get good results. You just need a simple workflow you can trust every time you hit record button. Start simple, focus on your playing and improve your setup step by step as you go. If this video was helpful, please give it a like and let me know in the comments what part of recording guitar you find the most confusing. If you're just starting out, don't overthink it. The best way to learn is simply to start recording. Now you know how to do it. Thanks for watching and good luck!